get started. Alright, just making sure everyone can hear us. Yeah, okay, everyone can hear us. Well, welcome to Solutions Saturday. I'm Kelly McKinney of 19 Productions. Quick introductions here. I do branding and marketing consulting. I also stream. I'm an author, Two Boys, A Gun in Summer. I've been working in film for about 8 years. Entrepreneur for 12. And we have Kimberly Carreon, who is our basically our subject for the night after we break into this wine. She can be found on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and you'll be seeing that pop up on the screen throughout the night as well. And she's an artist and a substitute teacher. And of course, we have my lovely girlfriend who's going to help moderate and keep track of comments on Instagram. And she's my girlfriend. That's the most important title. She also has Arena Lou's
She
cleaning
doesn't
service.
Do anything else.
That's it. She's gorgeous, and that's what she does. No, I'm just kidding. She's also runs an amazing cleaning business that cleans locally, as well as Rena Lou's Sweet Treats, which we are getting started, cotton candy, baked goods, etc. And tonight became a special occasion because through listening to Tea with Gary Vee, we were introduced to wine text, and for those of you who don't know, about like 10 years ago, I had started a show called The Wine Corner, which was modeled after Gary Vee. Obviously, he had more views than I did. But through watching Tea with Gary Vee, we were introduced to wine text, which gave us really amazing exclusive deals on wine, daily deals. Through text, you sign up for it once, you get the text every day, and we're talking about high-end bottles basically available at exclusive prices. If you go to like Trader Joe's or like just anywhere and you shop for wine, screw all that, sign up for wine text. It's the best deal for your buck. And for instance, this was a $45 bottle, 2013 Pinot Noir from Black Ridge Vineyards. A 2013 Pinot Noir, so we're drinking. It's 2020, so that was 7 years ago. Most of what you'll find on the shelf right now is probably 2 years old at the most. Most places. I mean, for those of us that just go to the freaking liquor store, right? You know, it's going to be just the 2 years old is about as close as you're going to get. So I encourage you again to go sign up for wine text. Also, if you're having trouble keeping track of the days of the week, waking up with Tea with Gary Vee, 9 a.m. Monday through Friday on same platforms we're on right now, including Twitch. You can do that.
For the record, I wake you up for that.
She wakes me up for it. That's another job she does. It's another wonderful thing that she does. Hold on.
Alarm
This doesn't have a
clock
cut.
for Gary Vee.
For Gary Vee. Yeah, and so we're going to open this up and we're going to taste it, and then we're going to get into some marketing solutions, Tea with Gary Vee style. So if you're not familiar with Tea with Gary Vee, you may be by the end of this.
I like this idea. We're going to drink some wine and then we're going to start talking.
And then we're going to start talking. It is definitely a social experiment, for sure. Work it.
You know, I do have better wines.
Do you? Because this is the one I found. The only one I found.
There's 4 others.
There's 4 others. She has an arsenal, folks.
I'm Sicilian. We have many devices that open alcohol.
We should have had one just everywhere, but I had to go somewhere
2
special.
or 3 in our cabinet here.
Give it a little sniff. Give a little sniff here. Now, in tradition with the Wine Corner, with my show, The Wine Corner, the Wine Corner, I was genuinely trying to taste a lot of wines and get like some wine experience under my belt with the Wine Corner. But we did it with limited dollars on, like what you could get at Kroger, okay? And also I was like kind of making fun of myself with like a parody of pretending to be a wine snob, but at the same time teaching myself how to, taste wine. So we are gonna do our little fancy wine test here as well.
Oh no.
Before we get into things.
Got a place to spit it? No.
We're not that kind of.
It's
not that kind of wine test.
No, I'm just kidding.
Just spit it on the floor.
It only had that much.
She was like, I want the bigger one.
Just spit it on the floor because Rena Lou's cleaning service can get get the toughest stains out of carpets. All right.
I mean, I'm pretty good with the carpets, but
Now, hold on. I'm going to cheat a little bit. I'm going to read. Let's read the back of this out loud. See what it says here. Okay. From the Santa Cruz Mountains, our mission at Black Ridge is to produce estate wines that best express our exceptional vineyard. Sculpted with the utmost care and tenderness, this intriguing, lush Pinot Noir has a distinct personality, reflecting the uniqueness of our terroir. Terroir? I don't. You know what? Okay.
Made up a word.
And represents our continual commitment to hard work, attention to detail, and patience in stewarding our wines from vine to bottle.
I need to interrupt. I don't like the lack of commitment to the voice that you just did.
We hope you enjoy our wine as much as you've enjoyed the entire journey of capturing the essence of our grapes in your glass. Please visit us at etc. 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 Ta-da, ta-da,
It's
ta-da.
beautiful, though. Isn't it, though?
Okay, so now, yes, tasty. Do I detect a hint of alcohol? We're getting ready to find out, David Perez. We are about to find out, indeed, if we detect a hint of alcohol.
Kelly's has a lot
Welcome.
more than mine.
I know, right?
I'm sorry,
Yes,
did I?
do.
Okay, here, switch. I
No,
prefer to have
no, we
less.
just-
No,
We're
she
just
actually
laughing.
drank some.
Yeah.
You
yeah,
are-
I drank
No,
some.
no,
You
no,
what?
no,
You've already
she didn't.
pre-tasted? I'm gonna see this later, so we'll know. We'll know.
No.
Right?
Did she drink something? Let me know,
Okay,
David
guys,
Perez.
I'll
Let me
get in
know.
there.
All right. Okay, so look, first thing is the light test. All right, so we've got plenty of lights here. Now this is why I wanted
Wow.
one with less.
Although
but
Kelly's
we're
is
trying
a
to
lot
test.
longer.
We're basically you're looking for color, clarity, and viscosity. All right. Next is now this is what I really needed like a lot less for. Can I see your glass, please,
Yes,
lady?
ma'am.
Here, just a second. Okay, so the tip test. Now this is going to be interesting because since it's just even though it's only 7 years old, like we should, if you can see, oh, there's so much alcohol in here. There should have been a lot less. But what you're looking for, okay, is at the lip. There's going to be like a separation where you'll basically see like this as you tip it out here. You're going to see this separation where like there's like the water, and you should be able to see a little bit of color in it. Yeah. And that's what you're looking for age when you do that.
Okay.
And so like with this we should be looking for like a light rust color,
I'm trying
I
not
think,
to laugh
and then we'll
right
look for like a brown golden sheen with like white wines.
Maybe
I think.
we should drink some of it first, and then we can try this thing.
Hold on. This is my favorite part. Okay, this next part is the swirl and smell. Okay, so you swirl it to kind of to oxygenate it. I know there's so much wine in here. You guys were complaining. Hey, someone's got
I'm
more
doing
than mine."
it. I'm doing it.
You swirl and then smell. All right. This is our first hint. And what other than wine? What do you smell? A hint of anything else?
Well, fruit notes.
Well, it's easy to say that, right? A hint of fruit notes. Yeah.
I'm just.
No, I don't smell anything. Actually, this is the first time I've ever smelled wine where I didn't smell anything. This is interesting. And that's also.
I swear I'm not drinking it. I'm just like, I don't want to put my
No,
face
I
down
am
in it.
going to. So like.
Okay, well, guess what? We are at the taste
Oh.
portion, right? Okay.
I was patient.
Uh huh.
All right.
Oh man, I was surprised how like smooth that is. Like
is very
so
smooth.
many red wines, it hits without alcohol, right? And that it's only with the aftertaste that you get the hint that it's even alcoholic, right? Mm.
Oh, God.
As he laid
Practicing
eyebrow
being a
thing.
snob.
He's like, yeah.
Yeah. Uh huh.
This is a coaster, right?
This is how you learn.
Yes.
It is a coaster.
All right.
Tastes like I'm just surprised with how smooth it is.
It is
It's
very
delicious, and it is like earthy.
I'm thinking it
The
would go
whole
good
bottle
with,
lady.
like, steak.
Earthy, yeah. Oh yeah. This would go beautiful with steak. Yeah, for sure. It's got like some acidic,
Which
like,
does.
some
It does
acidity,
actually, yeah.
Very nice.
which I love that. I love that. That's what I like about Vidals is that they're usually really acidic, and this is a really acidic and earthy Pinot Noir. It almost like reminds me of like a Sauvignon Blanc, a nice robust Sauvignon Blanc.
It has a nice earthy undertone there.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
You know it. Sound like my stew. Woo! You know me.
So, what are some of everyone's experiences with wine? I tell you, I've done Wine Corner for so long, and it was all. I've done a couple of wine tastings here and there. I worked at a apple vineyard for a while that made ciders and wines.
Cider's good. When I was a kid, we used to go to parties, and they would have orchards, and we'd all.
Washington.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From Washington,
So the difference, I think I didn't really get to experience, having kids early on. I didn't go to vineyards. I didn't do anything like that. So this is like my first experience doing this. I'm like, well, I'm not much of a... What was that?
Have there been any comments?
No.
For Instagram? Okay, gotcha. Just checking. All right, well, so... Kim, we are here Solution Saturday because we're going to see what we can do marketing-wise to give you some actionable business solutions to push forward. So why don't you tell us a little bit about what you do, about your artwork, what inspires it, kind of what the goal overall is, what you'd like to get out of your art, rather than the therapeutic.
That's where it started out. I've been doing art since I was a kid. I went away from it for a long time, with family. Yeah. So, and then I turned 50 and decided to get back into it. So, I mainly do paintings, done a lot of drawings.
Is that the paintings, are they like oil, acrylic?
Acrylic. I'm dabbling with oil, but it's not as easy as it looks.
No, it's complete. I mean, every different type of paint you use is a completely different art form.
Right,
chalk is different from all of that.
Acrylic dries really fast, so you have to work really fast with it if you want it to blend. Oils can take days, even a month.
That's what I have experience doing is oils, and I'm not near as good as you, but it's definitely relaxing.
Yeah.
I think it's therapeutic.
Now you can do acrylic and add oil to it, but you can't do oil and add acrylic to it.
Right. Interesting. Yeah, I could see how the two wouldn't mix, the acrylic into the oil, but see how the oil would mix through the acrylic. Right. Interesting. So then what's the goal with the art? You want to sell it.
Exactly.
Okay. Well, the goal is to get it in front of as many eyes as possible.
Exactly.
So the ways to do that would be obviously through social media, which is a free marketing tool. It's the one that we can take advantage of the most. And especially right now, there's quite a few social media platforms that are the best for what's known as organic free reach, where they are trying to, for instance, LinkedIn. Are you familiar with LinkedIn?
No.
So for those of you who don't know about LinkedIn was basically generally a recruiting tool for corporate and stuff like that. You post your resume, you go and you look for jobs, and your friends and colleagues would endorse your skills that you claim to have, and etc. Okay, and you keep people updated with projects. It is now morphed into a more content-based platform, and so now anytime someone posts a video or an article or a picture or something like that, basically it gets pushed organically into other people's feeds because they want other people on LinkedIn to see that there's content, right? So one thing that Gary Vee says, for instance, is that you can, for instance, take a look at you could go and post one post on LinkedIn with no connections and no followers and get 1,000 organic free views and likes on it. Okay, so with right now, the two that have the best organic free reach are TikTok and LinkedIn. And so social media is something that, especially with, everyone having a phone and everything seeming to go to streaming services, everything's in your hand. That's like the new TV, so Instagram TV, TikTok, people are spending a lot of time consuming this content. And with the organic free reach, it's important to get on there. So we already talked about it before, but you don't have a TikTok yet.
No.
Okay.
We're gonna get you there.
We're gonna get you there. Okay, so I have like this basically ever since Tea with Gary Vee, for about a year I've had a consulting business through Clarity FM for branding, networking, and everything, but I hadn't had it active, didn't really know how to bolster that and push it through, right?
Right.
And so when Tea with Gary Vee came about, I had realized that I don't remember what I was saying because of alcohol.
Is that really why?
That is why.
Oh my gosh, you guys,
You're
this
like-
is great.
Look, she's just eating this up. She just loves it that I, am intoxicated enough.
Well, first you threw me off when you went in hard and strong with that voice, and then you just cut back from it. I was like, no, Kelly, go back to it. Just do it.
Terroir or whatever was the word that threw me off. I didn't expect it.
Well, that is kind of an odd word.
It was like
Somebody look
it was
it
like
up.
Terry Orr, but with super
I
French.
need to know what it means.
Terroir.
I'm just gonna
Terroir.
go ahead and give you some credit where credit's due. You knew what you were talking about until you didn't.
Thanks.
I love you.
Thanks. But we talked about you needing to have a TikTok.
Yes.
This is what I was talking about. Thanks, sweetie. We're talking about you needing a TikTok. I've created, ever since Tea with Gary Vee, I've been networking with other like-minded individuals who already know sort of what it takes to push forward, and other people that I've recognized that they, have this work drive. And the biggest thing is that when you're working for yourself as an entrepreneur, there's no one to stand there and say, you need to do this every single day. So I sort of created an accountability group. And one of the questions that we basically ended up asking ourselves was, okay, another important thing to stress, Gary Vee says that you should have 40 to 50 pieces of content a day, published per day. So we're saying, how on earth do you meet that requirement of 40 to 50 pieces of content a day? So we've created sort of a table that breaks up, like a tally, okay, that sort of breaks up what it requires, what it takes to sort of get it done. And this is what we've come up with. And you'll want to write this down for sure, because once we've got you on these social media platforms, you'll have this to tally it out and make it happen. And this is another important thing though, is that this may be like overwhelming.
Secret? No.
This may be kind of overwhelming in the sense that the 50 posts a day, if there's a red square, it's because I didn't meet my goal that day. And you don't beat yourself up. It's
Right.
just so and then we know where
It's
the
official.
improvement areas are. Exactly. Okay. You're keeping track of your progress so you can see improvement. It's another way to keep you accountable, and you can keep track of what you're doing.
Aw, did you use a freshly sharpened colored pencil?
I used a freshly sharpened colored pencils to make them so pretty.
Which I just got some new pencils
I
today.
love pencils. It's so bad.
So real quick. So growing a network, 50 posts a day. Let's write this down.
Okay.
TikTok.
Oh, jeez.
With TikTok, you'll want to have 3 posts a day.
Okay.
Instagram, 4 posts per day.
Right.
Twitter,
Which I still need to.
right? Which we're gonna. But and this is the thing, is that with the I'm gonna give you one of the tools that Gary Vee gave me to help you organically grow your Twitter. That's gonna help you get into the Twitter game just like super easy, boom. And it's one of those things that like so many people. This is why Gary Vee is still so successful, because thousands of people listen to his advice, but only a handful of them actually do it. And so I spent just one day doing the thing from Gary Vee and got like 25 followers in a day just from
See?
doing
That
what
works.
but it's because I did it. It's more than having the knowledge. You got to do it, right?
And how
that's
bad you want it.
yeah, right. And that's part of what the accountability group does. We're like, hey, are you posting? Why aren't you posting? I thought we had already discussed that 3 posts a day is easy because you've got this post sharing your story, this post you painting, this post you saying, I'm reading this, go check out a new
Kelly had
thing.
mentioned, he had me, well, what is that? I'm not to like shout people out here, but the artist that we watched the other morning that
Maddie.
you said, Maddie. Okay,
Maddie.
so that's where
Maddie
I
on
had
Twitch.
actually, told
Maddy
you to watch her. Where is she out of?
on Twitch, and she's
No, I know
she's
she's
an
on Twitch, but
American
where's she?
out of the Netherlands.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
So yeah, she's
I
really
might-
neat to watch because
She might be one of the ones I follow.
she does digital, which Kelly pointed out, and also
traditional,
And my whole thing about that is that it would be awesome to see the mother-daughter team with you and Brooke.
I talked to her about that before the
And
exactly.
so I thought, you guys get together. It's awesome because you're bonding and you're also getting your art seen, and there's so much.
And we're going to
good in that.
talk about why that's so critical to leverage all of the different social media platforms too. But so Twitter, 8 to 12 a day.
Okay.
She's like, this is sounding like a job.
Well, this is the thing. Is that
Right,
it's
it should
work,
be, yeah.
right? But this is the thing: is the job that you're doing is for your passion. You know what I mean? It's completely different than just, yeah.
Okay, so what was the next one?
Okay, so the next one after Twitter is Facebook.
She's like, come on it now.
That's 3 to 5.
3 to 5?
3 to 5 per day.
Oh, my wine glass is empty, everyone.
Oh, perfect. Oh.
She goes, here, take mine. No, thank you.
Not anymore.
There you go.
Instant refill.
That's right. Okay,
It's
so
really good, though.
All right, how that happened?
Facebook, you've got 3 to 5. LinkedIn.
Okay, LinkedIn.
Which I need to set one up, too, so...
Yep, and we'll help
can
you.
do
I'm
that
gonna help you with that, sweetie. Yep. That's 1 to 3 a day. Patreon. Now this is put a star next to this because this is gonna be.
Is it? It's
Oh,
over, right?
Memetes. I apologize if I'm not saying your name right. Welcome to the broadcast. Patreon. Yeah, I know you don't know what that is. Just put 1. Same thing with Reddit. 1. Reddit. Do you know what Reddit is? Okay. It's gonna be 1, and then blog. Put 1. Okay. So you may not have a blog, you may not have a Reddit, you may not have a Patreon, you may not have a LinkedIn. All of these things are things that you can go to if you want to. Hey, welcome to Solution Saturday. What we're doing is business and marketing solutions and branding. So if you have any questions, give us a little bit of backstory on exactly what it is your venture is, and I can call you and thank you, because we're drinking wine as well. Winetext.com. Sign up today if you're local, right? Okay, so for each one of these, like, they all have not only a different audience, a different form of organic reach, but some of these extra ones at the bottom, okay, specifically Patreon, Reddit, blog, are sort of things like to supplement and help you reach that 50 a day. Is finding different platforms to be posting on. So another thing is that, so if these bottom 3, if you didn't get on those at all, a maximum for certain social media posts, is there something wrong with posting more than what you say? No, absolutely not. No,
That's
David.
just what your goal
Right.
is.
That's just so the reason why we have the numbers that we do. Okay, if I didn't get the number directly from Gary Vee himself, where he just said, you should be posting this many per day, then it's from social media research I've done over the years. So way back when I very first started using Hootsuite to schedule posts, which is only a good idea if it's like a video post, okay? But everything else should be organic. It takes the time. No one can do your push-ups for you, and that's where putting in the actual time on social media, organically engaging with other people is super important. So no, the 8 to 12, for instance, on Twitter, that figure that I have is from an old reference that I had looked up, where basically it was about frequency of posts to stay active enough on Twitter, right? Like, so when I was scheduling posts on Hootsuite, I needed to have like 8 to 12 a day. The problem was I was being way too salesman-y. It was like when you schedule posts, it ends up just being, hey, look at my shit. Hey, look at my shit. Hey, look at my shit. And the thing, you're not engaging with anybody. You're just trying to sell them stuff. And you, God damn it, don't sell shit. That's not what social media is for. That is not what social media is for. It's not to sell shit. It's about organic reach. So
Well, obviously it works.
oh,
because
doing a
I got
homework.
all
You know,
this is merch.
we're on D Live, so stay with us. Shoot us questions, and you never know, man. We're all about pleasing our audience. Homework. No. But yeah, so I hope that answers your question, David. It's the maximum. It's not necessarily a maximum. It's what you should be doing. I mean, with so many social media platforms, it's just our way of breaking up the tally to sort of get things going together, right? You know what I mean? So if you do 8 to 12 with this right here, you should reach about 35 to 40 posts a day or whatever. And the other reach, it'd be things like if you did a Twitch broadcast.
Okay.
You're going to be engaging with viewers while you're doing that. And so that itself is a form of engagement. You've posted technically on Twitch, both live and the fact that it saves past broadcasts for other people to redo, right? What's your favorite city in Turkey? Oh man, chicken? Is that a I don't know. Is that a city there? What's my favorite city in Turkey? Chicken.
Okay, I'm lost.
It was a question from D Live, from M in D Live.
Well,
That
I
was the
mean,
question.
you couldn't just name one?
I don't know. Do you know a city in Turkey?
No, I was trying to pass this stupidity off.
Oh, okay, all
the
right.
ignorance,
I
rather.
can't name a city in Turkey. I
Do not
apologize.
put me on the.
I was
Also-
like, what do you mean you don't know?
Important note, M. We're Americans. Geography is our worst subject, hands down.
I bake cakes.
Right?
In the shape of
right
countries.
next to what dictates terrorism. Like, we're bad at both of those.
I don't
Geography
like,
and what
I don't
dictates
like either
terrorism.
of those.
Yeah.
No.
So, our two worst subjects, right?
I'm like bunnies, ballet.
No, but I totally understood what you meant.
love,
Totally understood
flower
what you meant.
fields.
Right?
Those things.
Okay, so what we've got here is, you know, those that right there, that tally sort of will help you reach your goal, but it's not enough to reach the goal. Now, to help influx those, is like, well, what the hell am I going to post on Twitter, you know, 8 to 12 times a day or 8 to 30 times a day, whatever. That's where it comes
Right.
into
A good idea to pick a certain time you do this.
Mm-hmm.
Because life will get you like, oh gosh, I gotta, you know.
no,
No, he says.
No?
I was answering the question.
Oh.
Let's see, what we've got.
I was like, you said webcam.
Oh, that's
Sorry.
wrong folder. Are we in?
Let me stretch.
It's back here. This. Okay, so we've got two. We have two basically platforms where you're doing almost the same thing: Instagram and Twitter. And these are two tools to help you organically grow your reach and to engage with audience members. So what you'll do, and go ahead and bring up your phone now. I want you to do this on Instagram right now, just so you have a fresh example.
Okay.
You've done it physically right here and now.
He's got you on the spot now, Kim.
This is what Gary Vee does. Except for he would have grabbed your phone and done it for you. I'm making you do it.
Yeah, no, he'll make
that's
you do it
pretty.
because he wants the pressure to be. Oh.
So go to explore or search. Yes, we're live.
Okay. Am I there?
Go up to search and type in your city. You can do this either way. You can either type in your city or type in what would be a relevant hashtag. So for you, I would suggest artist.
So hashtag artist?
Just artist.
Okay.
Just put in artist.
Okay.
And actually put in, I'm curious to see if this works. Actually put in artist Indianapolis. Artist in Indianapolis.
Yeah, that probably should pop something up there. That's it.
Then enter.
Mm-hmm.
What the heck is enter?
Down here. The search button. There we go. Okay.
It's 25,000 posts.
25,000 posts. And so, and you can top or recent. So top would be the ones that have the top engagement, but go to recent because they're most likely to have had. These are going to be all of the people that were our local artists,
Okay.
right? Basically that have hashtagged that in their post.
Oh, gotcha.
And if you like their thing or, ask genuine questions, it's like, you go to this one, for instance. Okay. Oh, that's pretty. Like it. And comment and say, hey, is this in a gallery somewhere? Right?
Okay.
I mean, look, they have right there 12 by 12, $20. And it's like, and that would be an organic business question, because what gets art sold? Being in galleries, right? And so if they have it, if for instance you find an artist on there that has their stuff in a gallery, asking them how they got their stuff in a gallery
Exactly.
is a good marketing tool. And then so this, for Instagram, this doesn't work for posting, but for Twitter it does. Doing the same thing on Twitter, going to searching relevant hashtags to
So
you.
it connects with, when you hashtag it, it'll connect to all the different search
Basically,
engines?
yeah. So no. So what hashtags do is they make it so that people can search things by subject.
Okay.
So when Donald Trump is trending, hashtag Donald Trump or hashtag Donald Trump is an idiot or whatever might be popular. And so when people want to see people making fun of or what people are saying about Donald Trump on Twitter or on Instagram or on Facebook, they would search that hashtag.
Okay.
Now, Facebook, it's not so much hashtags. People do plenty of hashtags, but I don't see people searching hashtags as much on Facebook because of the way that the feed is set up. And it's just because that's not usually the trend, would be to search hashtags.
I am not used to social media, so I've always seen hashtags, but I didn't know. I just thought it was like,
And that's why. It's
Just
because
there. I don't
it's
hashtag
subject
thing.
matter. And having the right hashtags, especially on Twitter and on Instagram, is how people find you. Is how people find you by subject.
all right.
So, go ahead and write a section here
Okay.
that's social media hashtags, and I want you to write down phrases that you'll be searching on Instagram and Twitter that are relevant for organic reach.
Okay, so
So it'd be
Artist.
hashtag artist,
local.
local, Indianapolis. Also, maybe some of your influences, right? Or you could do
like
hashtag gallery,
Mab,
hashtag Carol.
She's here. She's an artist. Gabriel.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. And also, who's the artist who did the Coraline series? No,
mean like-
the actual Coraline series.
I don't know.
Oh.
But I like to obviously
Find out the
You like
artist
that
who did
theme.
Coraline.
Okay.
Right. And see, because then other artists that use the art style as an inspiration, you'll be able to find them easier and better. And then you can start hashtagging the same thing in your art that looks like that, so that way people who are looking for art that resembles
it'll pop it up and we'll say
right, when people are
Yeah.
looking for that,
Okay, gotcha.
for that sort of art. So yeah, so hashtags make that. But yeah, so artist, local, Indianapolis. There's just 3 right there. Also, hashtag painting, right? Hashtag acrylic, hashtag oil, right? And so, okay. Let's see. So ultimate goal is to sell your art. But the best way to go about doing that is, like I said earlier, is to not directly sell it. So now, despite these having a bunch of likes, like this has 15 likes, who's to say?
It's
Okay,
sold.
and it's sold. All right, that one's sold. Good. But I'm sure that there's ones that aren't, and that would most likely because whether or not if it depends on how they got their audience, right? If that was organic audience, like they genuinely like her art, so they come to her Instagram because that's where she sells her art, and that's how they would be, that's how they would know that there's a new painting or something available, or where it's, she posted, he or she posts pretty pictures of themselves, and that's what gets the likes, and then they're trying to sell their art in between the popular posts, which doesn't work, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, obviously we've got something different here going on, because this is a
Abstract.
consistent theme. Yeah, that they're posting art that gets sold, right? Yeah, that's really nice. But a comment that's more than just something bland, like, oh, cool. Something, like it genuinely, like you have something to say. The thing is not being so insecure as to not say it.
Right.
Post the comment, be tasteful, be thoughtful, and don't be salesy. You're not trying to sell anything when you're, you're always trying to make the connection. Okay. So so when it comes to meeting these sort of posting, like, not requirements, but suggestions, right? You go, how do I post 3 things a day on TikTok? What could I possibly have to do? Well, people connect to story and to people. So telling a story and telling your story is very, very powerful and popular. And it's what's going to bring in people. And so another way to think about this is you want to sell your art, but what you're, without selling them the art. And so you say, how do you do that? You get their attention through other means, and it's just, the art is available. You're reminding them that the art is available. You've got to bring value.
Emmeline poked her head through the door and needed me to answer a question, and then she did it again just now. Look, and it made me laugh because my 13-year-old daughter is being a butt. Excuse me.
But it's about bringing value. So you say when it comes down to something, it's like, so when's the right time to sell? Is another question. Like when is, it's like, because just posting and getting everyone's attention, they still might not be buying my art. There's a book by Gary Vee called Jab, 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 Right Hook. Okay. And it's about a marketing strategy, basically, where the jabs, jab, 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 is you giving them something. So giving them real value, offering them something, whether that's an art lesson or your opinion on specific art paint brands.
Right. Big.
Right.
I would like to blog that one
right.
for
and
other
see,
people, so they don't spend so much money and that's something that you should absolutely be doing. So I do a lot of research on
go
a
ahead.
lot of stuff.
Circle this blog here.
And if you could save people's time and just so they could just get into their artwork, that'd be great.
Well, and then another thing is that so many people think of things as transactional. Like I could say I'm not making any money on streaming video games.
Yeah.
Okay. When the reality is that although someone's not just straight up handing me money to sit and play video games, the attention from video games has brought attention to my other avenues of revenue. Mm-hmm. So where sharing your story and talking about the type of acrylic paints, well, what does this lady know about painting? And then they go and see your paintings, they go, oh, those are great, and then boom, they buy it, right? Another thing is to make your art more accessible. So taking something that you have on canvas, getting a digital transfer of it that you can put on merchandise, coffee cups, purses, all sorts of stuff.
I do have a few friends that are doing that now. So
before you fix Angela's picture, you should do a before and after. I thought about that the other day. I want to see the difference because you know how it was messed up by my mom. You're gonna fix it for me. The difference, the before and the after.
She has given me some art stuff that to fix.
Right, and
so
that's content.
Yeah,
right there. You
perfect.
Take the video with your phone.
Before and after.
Yeah, before and after, as well as a sped up version of you fixing it. Actually fixing it would be excellent.
Now, I don't know if, but a big thing about being an artist is having people steal your work.
Okay, right, and so this is also the thing. So, with you painting things on canvas, right? Like, my question is, how will they steal it?
Artists can mimic.
Well,
right.
I do a lot of fan art because I love it and it's my downtime and to practice. Right. So sorry. But the thing is I put a certain mark on my original stuff, and
Right.
I do not put it on fan art.
Right.
So I'm not going to say that. Oh, yeah.
Well, so if you have fan art that you're worried about people stealing, well, first
No,
of all,
not
it's
necessarily. It's just, well, I know from being an artist, because I've done a lot of research, is that you should take pictures throughout your painting,
Mm-hmm.
so that you have copies of like you did it.
right,
but
right, to show that you actually did it.
I mean,
yeah.
Should we be protecting like our stuff on there, or is it?
This is like, I mean, and I guess that's more of a question for a lawyer. I'm not gonna pretend that I have that
Answer to
sort.
that?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
a full answer to that. So I mean, I don't really know. I just know that as like a screenwriter and everything else, when it comes to Hollywood stealing ideas, until I'm in syndication, that's not something I can really avoid.
Right.
So what it becomes for me as an independent filmmaker is keeping the things that I believe are going to be big close to my chest, and then just trying to get them done myself before Hollywood does. There's a documentary on YouTube about this. I want to say the guy's name is Melvin Brown. He's a director who has done a lot of really excellent and fun like black exploit rom-coms and dramas and everything throughout the years. Basically, this is the guy who came up with the idea for Barbershop 2, all those 10 years before Hollywood ever did them. And every single time he would release a movie, like a year and a half later, Hollywood would re-release it with stars and a budget and everything else, and basically rip off his shit. Now, if that were to become a problem, right, then seek legal counsel, right? Until then, what sort of following do you have that someone is paying close enough attention that they're going to steal all of your artwork and mimic it, right?
Right.
And that comes down to insecurities, and I don't want you to use that as an excuse not to be
Right.
sharing your work, because that's the big, I mean, I hear Gary Vee say it all the time. That is the biggest plight of artists, is that there's so many musicians who are sitting on excellent fucking music that don't want to release it because it's not perfect, or because they're insecure about how it feels. You know what? How many fucking artists, okay, how many music stars that we know, if we talk to them right now, would say, oh yeah, there was this one song on the album, I put it on there, I thought it was shit, and it ended up being the #1 hit song that everyone loved, okay? And it was the song that they didn't
Yes.
fucking like. More artists than you can count have ended up in that situation. So put it out there, let the audience decide. Don't shit on your work before they do. And then not only that, but when it comes to that, fuck the negativity, fuck the views. That's not why. That's not really why you're doing it.
No, I think it's beautiful when somebody looks at your stuff that you worked on and wants it in their house.
Yeah,
Or,
absolutely.
Yeah, it's.
I always love when you bring me something like that. Like, I'm like, yes, she cares. Because, well, I mean, your art's so beautiful anyway, but, like, homemade gifts are always, like, my favorite thing. So it's perfect when you show up with something like that. It's like, she cares. No, I'm like, yay. But, yeah, so I am going to go check on our kids one more time. And then
Okay.
They're on their own little.
Yeah, that's fine.
they just wanted me to acknowledge that they were taking the last of us.
Oh.
Now let's discuss one more time. So jab, jab, right hook. Okay.
Yes.
So to kind of help paint a picture, okay. See what I did there? Paint a picture. Oh, okay. In your mind as to how this would work. Radiohead doesn't like Creep. Kurt Cobain didn't care much for Smells Like Teen Spirit. It's really a testament to the truth of beauty being in the eye of the beholder. Absolutely, David Perez.
And
It's
which
exactly
my
what I've been
artwork
saying.
is very like that.
Well, I mean, and this is the thing, is that artwork is subjective. It's going to make everyone feel differently. Like it's all about, the opinion's going to change from person to person to person, no matter what it is. So when it comes to jab, 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 right hook, all right, basically, so you've been sharing your story. You've been you've been doing Twitch broadcasts, teaching people about different paint styles. You've been providing people value with the blog. You've been doing that for a few weeks, and then you go, hey, so then after you've been doing this for so long and you've but you at the same time you keep it in a see, so this is where a lot of people go wrong when they're posting and like all of a sudden they have a marketing thing, is it comes off way too salesman-y.
Yeah.
Okay, and the thing is again, we're not selling to people. People forget to ask. Okay, so you've been providing value, you've been giving lessons, you've been showing them your artwork, you've been bringing them along in the process of building your business, you've been sharing your story as a strong independent entrepreneur woman with 2 children, and so you just ask. You say, hey, we've been doing, I've been giving art lessons, you guys, I've been enjoying the feedback from these videos, love the support. I'm getting ready to have a sale on my artwork on the website next week. It's going to be 7 days. We're going to be doing, and you create some sort of promotion, and that's what brings, because you've asked and you've been giving these people value, and you have, they're invested in your story and connected with you. It's not a charity thing. It's you're asking for a favor, and you're genuinely bringing them value. If someone's buying artwork, it's because they want it, right? I mean, so it's one of those things. So okay, another thing is that because you're selling your artwork, and that's your goal, right, is to sell the artwork and to generate an income from it. The best way to help sort of garner a organic community around that likes to buy your artwork is to think of, don't think of your artwork necessarily as the value. Value is...
Which is a really hard one to put on if it's a money value.
No, I mean, right, no, because it is. It's worth something monetarily. I'm saying, but in the jab, 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 right hook sense, the jab, jab, jab is not your artwork. It's not the commodity. The jab, jab, jab is access, is like, I think I just barely breached into how when we're thinking about sales, we're too transactional, where we're thinking too checkers, like I show my artwork, you buy it. It's that simple, okay? And when it comes down to having a sustaining business model and something that's like real passive income that you can still be passionate about, where it doesn't come off too salesy, is to think of it in a chess fashion, all right, where it's not transactional. So, for instance, like,
so if you think of it as just is, that other stuff will come.
Well,
No.
I mean, like, again, transactionally, checkers. I present my artwork, you buy it. Whereas there's a business model, for instance, that Gary Vee had talked about earlier this week, and I have it written down where?
Did you see the 2 comment?
Yours?
No, yours. Comment?
I've already got these. Are there Instagram ones? No? No IG questions yet? Okay. So hold on. Fundraising isn't predicted. I'm trying to find. There was a business model that I had written down that Gary Vee talked about the other day. Basically what it is a join the club sort of model. So if you make it less transactional in the sense that you're buying my art, and instead sell access to a community, to a club, to a network. All right, and the easiest way to do that is to combine more than one passion. Okay. So, for instance, like, and the business model that he was talking about specifically was this woman who was trying to sell her protein bars. Okay, who would love to sell her protein bars like for a living. Okay, but also did like some personal training stuff and suffered from Crohn's disease. Okay, so creating a support network for Crohn's disease, all right, where women can share their story, and it's like, it's $99 a month. Every month you'll get a dozen of my protein bars, access to this network, and this support group.
Gotcha.
You're saving yourself thousands of dollars on therapy in support groups for women with Crohn's disease. You get my protein bars, whether you like them or not, and access to my, to my workout routines. The access to your life, to your story, something that they're going to invest in. So basically, chess rather than checkers. I'm not selling you my artwork. Instead, you have access to all of my whole database of.
I've seen artists do that.
Yeah, my whole database of
and
art.
they get so many of their cards that are reproduced, stickers.
Right. Yeah. Right. You could have, and stickers are fucking great. I saw Gary Vee go nuts over stickers because
stickers are awesome.
They're free
and
advertisement. They're free advertisement, and they're super cheap for you. Super
I just
super
like
cheap.
stickers in general. So
Yeah, and pins
as long as
too.
they're not.
Pins are coming back. Flair for fanny packs and all that shit. That's all kind of coming back, right?
That's been coming back for 4 years.
I know. I'm saying, but same thing with tie dye, right? But so and pins end up costing like 10 cents a piece, and you order a box of 1,000 of them at a time.
I think it's cool to have artwork on pins.
Right, but I mean, you could even do say you painted a 4x4 little collage series that you then had mass produced and transferred and sent out hey, this is the 6 month, it was 6 months into our support group. I want to say thank you. Here's and everybody that's part of the group, and if they're paying $60 a month and it only costs you $10 in shipping and handling, $2 in print to get all of these sent out to each person, you've made the money, they're supporting your business, you're invested into the group. But so it's about bundling that value, right? So consider that. Start thinking about what your other passions are and how you can combine them, right? Your other passions are, because that's another business model that you can go to, so that you don't have to think of your artwork as a commodity that you only sell transactionally. Oh, I hate when that happens.
Yeah, I did that blindly. I don't want to put my glasses on.
She's like, I don't know. Tomorrow she's gonna be like, I
Yeah,
don't know
like what the heck is that?
at all?
Yeah. So do you have any other particular questions for me?
No, this is brilliant. It truly is. I mean, because especially my age, it's like I don't even know what half of this I just got on Instagram, and so I'm trying to figure that out, and
it takes time.
Yeah, and even once you're on there, you're just like really not knowing where to go.
Right.
And the hashtag alone was like, what?
Right.
I had no idea what.
And seeing this
I'm
the thing
so
is
ignorant
that.
when it comes to that.
Oh, and so okay, here's another little thing that we can talk about: the different audiences on each of the social media platforms. Okay, so TikTok has a very young audience. Okay,
My students TikTok.
but it's gradually getting older, which is why I've started doing co-parenting Kelly on there, because the more and more 30 and 40-year-old single moms that get on there, that becomes relevant content to them.
Exactly.
And so a nice break in between dance videos, dogs talking, and pranks, you know what I mean? It becomes some guy saying, hey, stay strong with co-parenting, here's a tip for the day, etc., becomes relevant content to the, and not only, at a young age, it may be that youngsters aren't necessarily thinking about how important co-parenting is, but 5 years from now they will be.
Exactly.
Okay, so.
Unfortunately, it is what it is.
Hey, Jamie. Hey, Jamie, how are you doing this evening? We're getting ready to move into the Q&A portion, so I know that I've been seeing you do. Are you building a casting agency? I've seen you've been doing a lot of marketing and promotion for a lot of our fellows in the film world.
And that's another thing, film guys. If you need any kind of poster work,
Okay, that's another thing. So just another avenue when it comes to.
I've got new
getting
material for
your-
that, so it could be actually printed off in excess.
Right. Well, it's like getting that in sets. We discussed that last week or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
Empire. Shows like Empire and stuff. Like after the episode, it's posted on the website. Everything that you saw them wearing is for
Exactly.
sale.
It's like, wow,
all of the,
had no idea.
Yeah, the artwork.
That's
all
another
that
thing.
stuff.
Like Amazon will be on there. Oh yeah, I gotta have that. No.
Nice. We're sipping on a 2013 Pinot Noir from Black Ridge Vineyards that we got through Wine Techs and Gary Vee. So if you and the wife enjoy wine, I highly suggest signing up for Wine Techs. WineTechs.com. Daily deals and such. So TikTok is a younger audience that's getting a little bit in the process. Gotcha. Okay, yeah. And on the business side of things, awesome, Jamie. That's awesome. LinkedIn, like I said, was a recruiting tool for business professionals. So that's where. Mm-hmm.
Instagram.
What about it?
Oh, I can't find you in my
Oh, my phone must have died. It's okay.
Okay.
We're still live 5 other places.
I just
Five
wanted to
other
let you know.
countries.
In five other places in 138 other countries. I think with art specifically, many people are interested in the person as much as they are the art they make. Exactly. Maybe a great idea just to have footage of some of your daily life for people to relate to, which is exactly what I was suggesting for TikTok and everything. Every time you're working on a new painting, you should be taking footage of, even if it's just a few minutes, it's like, I don't know how this looks yet, and then you show them, and boom, throw it on there.
Once we show you how that's supposed to look, it'll come naturally to you.
And artists relate.
You're good at stuff like that, so.
Yeah, and artists relate to insecurity. You know what I mean? It makes you, it humanizes you, right? You're not just someone selling art, you're a person expressing yourself. So, and that's important to make sure you capture that and to share it with people. You know, like the biggest thing, I filmed, so I put up a co-parenting Kelly video, I want to say, was it earlier today or is it yesterday?
I think you did it today because I barely watched it a little while ago before we started.
Okay, so it was a video earlier today and I filmed it 3 days ago.
There you go.
But
So
I didn't post it 3 days ago.
Yeah.
Why? Just so stupid insecurities. Like, maybe the timing's not right. All this other shit. And it's like, if I had just gotten it out 3 days, who knows? 3 days ago, it might have been more popular to be posting about co-parenting because of the way TikTok's organic reach is working right now. See, because TikTok wants people to be sitting and binging their stuff because of the ad space and everything else. So anything and everything that people are putting out with relevant hashtags, if it's trending, they're pushing it forward, and that is constantly changing.
A lot of that lately.
Yeah,
Some of that stuff
it changes as often as Twitter
some
does.
Of my brain cells, but that's okay. You know,
It's a
Exactly.
lot. It's a lot of fun.
We're
TikTok's a
in-
lot of
Some
fun.
of
We're
it
in
is,
lockdown
and then
half
other
the
stuff
time.
I'm like, that's that shit you can't unsee.
Like,
It is
oh,
shit you can't unsee.
I gotta have it.
But yeah, so LinkedIn, like I said, started out as a recruitment tool. Now it's moving more towards a content-based platform, more in the way Facebook does. But the thing is that the audience on there it's still tons of just business professionals. So if you were going to be on there, it's not.
Obviously,
It's not if you're going to be on there. When you are on
Exactly.
LinkedIn, the sort of content that you be posting, like I said, it's moved towards content-based. So sharing the same sort of story you would be sharing on Instagram and TikTok and Twitter. You can post video on there too, and I recommend you do. With that on LinkedIn, I guess the difference in the audience is you're more likely to find angel investors and business professionals, corporates that could or potentially give you sponsorship deals or get your artwork into fancy office buildings, which of course is going to be corporate art they pay fucking thousands and thousands of dollars for just because it's going to be in their fucking lobby, right?
Exactly.
And so I mean that's where the big sales can come in, and then you don't have to monetize your audience if you're getting your artwork seen in the right places on LinkedIn.
Right.
You don't have to monetize your audience in the other places, but you'll still want to, so that your artwork, Gary Vee sort of has this whole thing going, this theory about how things are moving so far to voice that eventually phones may even be irrelevant, where we search things and we just go, hey Google, I need a mortgage. And we had better be so well ingrained into people's brains as a brand ourselves that when they think of artwork, where 10 years from now when everything's voice and they go, I need, my office building needs artwork by Kim Carreon, rather than hey Google, I need artwork. Okay, you want to be relevant enough that they're saying, hey Google, I need artwork from Kimberly Carreon, rather than just, hey, Google, I need artwork, because then we're fucked. Right?
Yeah.
Because Google's going to push forward whoever paid them the
5 hours
fucking
later,
ad
you're
money.
still getting the artworks.
Yes, exactly. And then you finally see something or potentially pass up something that had Kim's name on it, right? So this is where branding and being relevant on all these other social media platforms is very much just as important as any of the others.
Right.
Because of,
I was like, well.
Okay, that's
good.
Okay. Just enough to what's
the
continue wetting
percentage
our
of
palate.
alcohol in there?
Not enough.
Well, it's not enough. Oh,
It
bullshit.
has
kidding.
enough.
This is what's funny though, is that it's 14.3%.
Yeah, that's quite a-
Okay, but look, this is why.
This isn't my whiskey.
This is why you, again, winetext.com, sign up now. All right, a $44 bottle for $22. Okay, a fucking high-end bottle for just over $20, and it's 14% fucking alcohol. There's
So
no
you-
bite. There is no alcohol
Yeah.
bite.
So what you have is, do I
I
want
know,
wine
and
tonight,
with
or
all us
I
on the
have
floor.
to drive? So
There's a bed and it's got clean sheets,
There you go.
and I'm just saying. So I'm like,
just in case.
You know, so David, if you really want to see us end up rolling around on the damn floor,
I'm not rolling.
Twitch,
I want to see you guys roll around.
next Thursday
Taking
on
pictures.
this next
Like
Thursday on
pictures.
Twitch, we're going to be doing a quarantine date night watch party.
Those are
we're
fun.
usually usually
Yes, they
sitting
are.
and drinking and everything else.
Where everybody could come together.
No holds
Yeah.
bar. We just get
there's
drunk,
some holds
smash
on the
drunk.
bar.
You're
Some holds on. There's some holds
you're
on
in
the
your own
bar.
house,
Yeah,
in your
that's great.
PJs, you know.
It's fun. It's a lot of fun. But okay, so with LinkedIn, you're more likely to find angel investors. Not only that, but there's organic reach. So anything you post on there could potentially end up in front of thousands of people, no matter how small your network is on LinkedIn, because they are they want to drive people to their network because it's become more content based rather than just a recruitment tool, right? So imagine Monster.com decided they were going to be more like Facebook, so instead of jobs now we're posting business professionals doing videos and everything else. So
Which I watch a lot of. So
right, yeah, like it's like, hey,
Yeah.
Shark Tank. Okay, and then Instagram is all over the board. You know what I mean? As far as young, old, everybody's on there. The thing is that there's a lot of people that still have that mindset that Instagram is some artsy, hoity-toity living resume, but it's become more content-driven based too. Just as many people that rather than going to YouTube, there are people that spend hours on fucking Instagram TV. IGTV watching programs, which is why I reposted my videos.
I don't think I've ever seen.
Well, that's how Note of Brilliance ended up on Instagram TV. Was because YouTube, it's like there's less organic reach on YouTube now and more on
Instagram.
On Instagram, yeah. So there's more people watching videos and series like that on Instagram TV now more than It's not to say that there are more people watching Instagram TV than YouTube. It's just that there's a different audience and a large
I've
number of
noticed
people
because
watching Instagram TV.
I feel like all of us have like a wide range of, friends, like the various age groups or whatever, and a lot of the younger, early 20-year-old friends that I have are doing, the Instagram TV thing, and I'm like, what's that? Like every time an update happens on Facebook, and it's like right now they have that room thing going on, create a room.
Right, that's so weird.
Wait, no, I started one with my uncle and my cousins the other day. It goes straight to a video call. It's insane.
Oh,
so it was
okay.
funny to me because it's like anytime something like that comes out,
So a room is
I'm
is
completely just naive to the situation in its entirety. It's like I don't know what this is, and I'll end up having my 15-year-old son explain it, or my 13-year-old daughter, or my 11-year-old son. I'm like, okay, great. Like
I can't wait till Elena's old enough to start explaining social media things to me.
Elena explains life to you. Don't start. So it was so
She does
great.
think she knows everything.
I wonder where she gets that from. Exactly.
I don't know who you're talking about.
I absolutely love her. So she's all, golden to me. You're over here like, can't wait till she tells me off. No. I love it. But yeah, it's great to watch my kids kind of getting into stuff. They've been streaming before I even knew what streaming was.
Right.
And that's weird.
Yeah, like TikTok.
I was-
And what was that one? Gosh, there was one before that.
Snapchat.
Maybe.
No, it's Snapchat.
Snapchat.
Yeah, because I had gotten upset one time and been like, hey, Snapchat's weird. You know? Like, but now I do Snapchat with my kids. But it's because of, you know...
My kids won't put me on their Snapchat.
It's getting clearer now, all of a sudden.
What is?
Oh, go ahead.
I'm sorry, who's saying what?
Arena is super slurring.
I'm not super slurring.
14%.
Who said that?
That's none of your business.
None of my business. Who said that?
Which one is your mother? She's not. My mom's not in this.
Oh my God! Do I look old enough to be? I am old enough to be. A
She's like, wait a minute.
You are old enough to be a mom, but it's
Wait a
not your
minute,
fault that my mom had.
How did this turn into?
My mom had me at 15.
And
so,
mine
yeah.
at 16. So I mean, you know.
So technically, yes.
I can't see who this is.
But
David.
you're older than my mom.
Am I?
Yeah.
You're like, oh yeah, you're an old fart.
No, I'm saying. I'm saying that's how.
Yeah.
But my mom's.
Yeah, it was just a little ago. Yes, exactly, exactly. That's what I'm saying, David. Yeah, I heard
can't
it.
believe
I heard
someone
it.
said I was slurring. I want to know who that is.
We'll clip that later. We'll clip that later for
What the heck?
It's none of your business. Don't worry about who it was.
Was it Josh?
No, it's not Josh.
Okay, because Josh is my friend. Like, he wouldn't say I was slurring, would he? No.
Yeah.
But my mother's not in this. This is Kim. So should have lower thirds coming up here, but this is Kimberly Carreon.
Kim.
This is Kim. She's a local artist.
I love her.
And also, Sharina's a good friend, close friend, family friend.
Yes.
11 years.
Oh,
Yep.
that is a long time.
All right.
And I figured winetext.com bottle from Gary Vee. What better opportunity or time to dive into a Tea with Gary Vee type session and answer some marketing questions, help out friend Kim, and taste some fucking amazing wine. I just can't believe that there's no alcoholic bite.
It gets warmer.
It gets warmer.
No,
that's just
me.
alcohol. Yeah, that's just alcohol.
Oh dear Lord. Some of the things you haven't read.
I answered the first question.
Is that old person?
I have a
dang
question.
It, no.
We're again, all of these social media platforms have different audiences, and D Live has a very special audience.
Hi, D-Live.
Yeah, hi, D Live.
I'm gonna go casually back up and sit down now.
Do the moonwalk.
After reading some of those.
But so, yeah,
My glasses on.
we're still taking all night. All night. So long as we're here, we're taking audience.
All night.
We're singing.
Okay,
we're all
enough of
singing
this.
completely different versions of the song. Getting gangsta on us. He's not wrong. Maxwell's not wrong. You're absolutely right, though. Scott,
Okay.
What brought us to
Next
D
time.
Live originally is a friend of mine and fellow streamer, Scum Creep, who does a news, talk shows, and podcasts stream. And it's D Live is fucking special. I love D Live. D Live is great. D Live is great. It's about freedom. It's about freedom. Love me some D Live, y'all. But yeah, and so now I was expecting my friend Winchkin to drop in on us.
No, I was kidding.
You probably are.
I promise. Who knows?
Well,
anymore.
not like that, but I mean, like,
It's all a
not.
blur. Life. And I am doing a series on the uterus.
She's
and
like,
paintings.
that one's gonna be
Yes.
fun.
Yes.
It is fun. I mean, not only is, I hate to say it, not only is feminism big right now. Okay,
I can post. I'll post that one of them.
But men, women, all alike, all different crowds right now are I love provocative shit. And so,
I go from ooh, that's cute to what the.
Oh, that's about art.
And
It's
all in
expressing
between.
yourself. It's about expressing yourself. And it's a lot of fun.
Exactly.
It is. So.
I'm all kicked back. Yay. No, I was kidding. Go wine. Oh, Lord.
I'll have you all know I was not slurring.
It was a while ago. Get off your high
I'm over
horse
it
about
now.
it, lady.
I mean,
You've sobered up now.
Thank you.
Did I say
killing my
sobered
buzz.
up?
Whoever
So-
said- I was kidding.
Well, so I normally stream on Twitch, gaming. Usually it's gaming. on Twitch. So this is technically my first live on DLive. But yeah, she was so slurry. Yeah, she totally was. She was so slurry. I have a feeling that it's just clicked to me. I think David Perez is our David.
Oh,
that's why he's
is that
being
right,
so.
David?
That's why he's being that's why he's being so bold.
He's always on our night.
Yeah, because
our,
I feel personally
Horace-
attacked.
Horace is my teammate. Horace is my teammate. So,
I was like, I do feel a little bit personally
yes, and
attacked.
cheers. So yes, cheers, Maxwell.
Now, if anybody says anything, I cannot see anything.
If you didn't know, if I hadn't mentioned before, we're sipping on a 2013 Pinot Noir, and it's fucking amazing. I just can't believe that there's literally this is like
stripping now.
This is probably the only bottle of
Don't say
wine
that on
I think
TV.
I've ever had that just did not have the alcoholic bite. Whether it was from the beginning, I mean, it finishes smooth. Oof, I've been discovered. That's right, David.
Damn it, David.
We've sniffed out the culprit. We've got you pinned, boy.
I thought we were friends.
We've got you pinned, boyo.
I'm not gonna even try this.
It's funny because I used to do that all the time anyway, and then when I discovered Kelly does that voice stuff, it was
It's part of how we knew we were meant for each other. We're both
was
goofy
bad.
like that.
It was like, because I'm always like, hello.
I know. I randomly break
How are you
into
tonight?
an English,
No,
Scottish,
no,
Australian
no.
accent. Sometimes I do a little bit of Indian.
Okay, but when somebody
Just for
actually
the
from
fun.
England asks you for your best impression
Just
and you
for
try
the
and
fun.
give it, it's humiliating.
It is. It's really.
No, I've had it happen.
I was
It was
gonna do
very
an accent.
frustrating for me because it was like,
Yeah,
it
because
was
then
like,
all of a
where'd
sudden you
go?
don't know.
Yeah, all of a sudden you're like, well, this is no longer like a thing I can do.
Right?
It's not any fun if you're actually asking me.
Yeah,
I think it's brilliant how
more fun
people
if
can
it's
do
spontaneous.
accents.
What?
I think it's brilliant how people can even do accents.
Well, I can't do like a lot of them, but some of them have been funny over the years. It used to make my mom laugh a lot.
But yeah,
Right.
so again, Maxwell, I normally stream games 3 days a week, 6 times a week on Twitch. So I encourage you to find me there. It's Hohenheim Pro. It's the only one that I didn't include up on here because we aren't currently streaming on Twitch. And there's the Turtle Monk. Praise be the Turtle Monk. And so this is interesting. So here we are talking about marketing, branding, consulting, and I happen to have 2 of my both teammates and clients right here in chat, David Perez and Turtle Monk. Apple
sweating.
pie wine from Oliver Winery in Indiana. Really? You have apple pie wine from Oliver Winery in Indiana, and
That
we
sounds so
are
good.
in Indiana, if you didn't know. And she was talking about Oliver
The cherry
wine.
cobbler one is really good too.
Yes.
Cherry cobbler wine.
Yes. Oh my
And
gosh.
see,
Hey, baby, can I turn the air on?
oh, it might be in fact with the sound.
loud.
Yeah,
Right?
but
The
this-
fan.
with the fan. Yeah, you
I'm
can turn the fan
melting.
on. Yeah, turn the fan on, sweetie. Yeah, so that's really interesting. So when I very first, like, if we went back, if we tried to go back, way
we were all-
back in the time
Beyonce went.
to a time when I was streaming
that
and
feels good.
doing Wine Corner. Wine Corner, I started out doing a lot of sweet wines.
And then you kind of just like,
Hey, and you know what? And we appreciate it, Maxwell. If you've sent us a follow and I didn't get an alert, I apologize that the alert box isn't set up through DLive yet. I'm gonna have to figure out exactly how to get all of the alerts to filter through when I'm doing the restream. But so if you haven't followed, I do appreciate the follow here on DLive. When we do go live on DLive, it will be streams somewhat like this, marketing, branding questions, just some silly stuff. I might end up doing our quarantine date nights here as well. So,
those are fun.
yeah.
They're super fun.
Oh, and so if for those of you who are on Facebook, you'll see the art by Kimberly Carreon. That's her artist page on Facebook. I encourage you to go and like and share that. She'll be posting regularly, at
And I
least
did
1 to 3 times
post
a day.
quite a while ago that I wanted to start. I was asking if anybody wanted me to do just little videos on what to buy, how to work it.
And so, right, I mean, so far the multi-stream is going pretty well. The thing
Why do I
is,
think Missy-
Turtle Monk, is that Restream, for whatever reason, does not want to pick up your Facebook comments, and it doesn't have an option for Instagram. So with IG Live, I had to go live from my phone, and it probably like stopped automatically or died or something like that. And with Facebook, I have to have Facebook up on a separate screen to keep after comments and who's watching and stuff like that. So that's just the only thing. It shows me the total number of viewers over the 5 platforms we have it on, but it doesn't have the comments that come in from Facebook or from Instagram. Other than that, it works pretty good. And again, I'm trying to figure out how to get the alerts to come through when you're doing Restream.io. So, but I see how Gary Vee does it now, right? I mean, for the most part, I'm pretty sure that they have Zoom incorporated in too. I saw a picture on your Instagram regarding curvy trees and a sun. I personally am quite into surrealism. Are there any plans to make paintings in that style, maybe? Asking about yours. And that is on her Instagram, right, David? Regarding curvy trees and a sun.
Oh, a lot of people like that one.
Yeah.
I could actually, yeah. So what was the question on that?
Are there any plans painting in that style again, maybe?
Oh, yeah.
Because
I have
David
some
likes
good stuff right
surrealism.
now that,
Yeah.
yep.
Okay, that
Some
should
good ones
be.
on that.
Go ahead. You tell me. Finish my sentence. That should be content on.
Oh, Instagram, LinkedIn.
TikTok, LinkedIn, all of them.
Yeah.
All of them. Facebook,
Made me
all
get
of
my
those.
glasses.
Yep. And
Facebook,
and now that you have a
Twitter,
page
Reddit,
that's art by
Patreon.
Kim Carreon, yes. And so Patreon. All right, now when we were talking
Doesn't
about
that sound
the
like a
business,
wine?
no, it's
Patreon.
it's like a I think it's a like. Goodness. All right, she finished it. I'm so glad you're enjoying this wine, sweetie.
Look, I just wanted to.
Made in USA review.
I'm kidding.
I guess too much wine. LOL. Right?
No, who said that?
Nobody.
Right?
I did just now.
I was like, just let me have fun.
So
He laughs at me.
with Patreon, what Patreon is it's basically a subscription service. So the model that we talked about, where you combine 2 or more of your passions, make it basically an exclusive group or a club, make it a join the club type of thing.
Okay.
Where the thing is that in this club, it's got to be packed with value, though. You know what I mean? Because they're not, and I mean packed with value as in access. Community and access are value. They're think of them as commodities you're peddling the same way you would your art. You know, you're getting them to, you're selling community and access the same way. And with the community and access involves your art, which then encourages people, like, again, I love the idea of stickers and pens, especially stickers, because they go on people's laptops,
Exactly.
they go
They're
on
gonna
people's
design the best
backpacks.
stickers ever.
Exactly.
Well, I mean, it's as simple
And-
as taking like, okay, for instance, the one we were talking about. Hello, it's me. Hey, Ghost Army, what's up, brother? But like, for instance, just like with David was saying, how people love this surrealism. For that, you could be you could do a transfer of that onto a small sticker this big that also has, you know, Kim art by Kim written on it. So it's both an advertisement, you know what I mean? And there we go.
Kind of a hologram thing that when you tilt it a
Viral
certain
marketing
way,
for the win is exactly
would
right.
be cool, because then it would take up room on the
I'm
whole
here to
thing.
vegetate and soak in knowledge, as you should be, Turtle Monk.
My head's getting bigger.
And you know, this is what's funny though, Turtle Monk. You're not going to be hearing anything new. It's just gonna, it's going to be it's the same shit I tell you every day, all day, right?
My hair is
Love Renaissance style artwork.
It's the Beyonce
So-
one.
I know.
For whatever reason, when I think Renaissance style artwork made in USA Review, I just keep picturing Impressionism. So Renaissance style artwork, as in like painting,
Just embrace it.
like like
Renaissance as in like buildings and stuff.
Right, yeah, like, yeah. So would that be like buildings? Like are you talking about
Renaissance
paintings
people.
that are of the architecture? Because I just keep picturing
I love
Impressionism.
architecture. I'm gonna get into some of that too. I'm really big on
Okay, yeah, like real to life paintings. Usually people, right? Yeah, that'd be yes.
I do a lot of that. Now, there's only a few paintings on my Instagram. I have a lot.
Right, and we need to get those photographed.
When I thought
on there
Renaissance,
more.
immediately I thought people with their like snooty little
Well,
glasses.
you know, one thing that's interesting that I always seem to forget is that the American Revolution happened
They're
during the
opera
Renaissance. That's when the American Revolution was like kind of going down, during the Renaissance. So I think of now that you made in USA Review, you say real to life paintings and Renaissance. I suddenly picture the painting of the signing of the Declaration of Independence. You know what I mean? Like, so is that am I picturing correctly there? As the sort of what you're thinking of with the real to life paintings. Close but no cigar. Totally. See, bam! Fucking visualization through words and stuff.
Well, fist bump or something.
Oh, high five. Oh, I thought you were saying
Get on
speak
my
to the
hand.
hand. I thought that was a. I thought that was,
He's used to having women
I thought
tell
that
him
was
to
whoa.
speak
You're doing
to
way
the
too
hand.
much.
I'm just
I thought that was way too much. You're doing way too much.
Look, as he drinks the rest, I'm like, look.
But yeah, so that that's what we're handling tonight is marketing and business solutions, branding, etc. Realizing that it took me so long, and it was so much shit comes back to Gary Vee. Just hearing him saying, "Stop fucking selling on social media."
I'm dating,
Stop fucking
Kelly,
selling.
but I'm
kinda is
dating.
a turn
Stop
off.
fucking selling.
It is
Yeah,
a
she's
turn
also
off.
in bed with Gary
You're
Vee.
just like,
No,
no.
that's basically what it feels like. Because it's like
What is happening here?
It's like, baby, wake up, 9 a.m. Gary Vee's gonna be on in 5 minutes, and then I'm playing Gary Vee in
All
bed.
I know is there's too much anime.
That's what,
We'll see. And
He's
this
coming
it's
between us.
too much anime / cartoon style these days, and that's it's easy to saturate the market with that, because once you learn how to draw in that style,
My daughter
it's
is
very
really, really good at that.
yeah. I mean, the thing is it's anime and cartoon style is visually attractive, and then once you learn how to produce artwork in that fashion, it becomes easier, because it's almost like formulaic with the way that you build their bodies and everything else. So it becomes easy to do, and to create your own kind of thing with it. So
I say the eyes are really hard on anime. I
I
don't
like
know why.
realism too. I like realism too. Huh?
The eyes in anime.
The eyes, yeah. Well, because
they're not as easy as they look.
because they're not human looking eyes. That's why everyone
Exactly.
wants to go with the football shape, and it's more like
Yeah, I've tried.
Yes, I love anime art too. I mean, Hohenheim Productions. We're named after an anime character.
I think it'd be cool to get people's pictures and like transform them into anime.
I thought that meant something entirely
You know,
different.
like the
No, I'm kidding.
characters, but do it in anime. That'd be fun.
What? Do what?
Actually, get pictures of people,
And then read-
if they want
so-
to be an anime person.
So
and,
rather
like,
than
yeah.
a caricature, draw them as an
Yeah,
anime. Right.
exactly. I
I can't
Right.
see
Right.
what's
Right.
been said.
Area 5. Never mind. So many different styles in anime as well. There are. It is. Basically, it's a cigar. It's a cigar butt that I refill with tobacco.
And mine's like a vape.
Hey, look, there you go.
I just drank the bottle of wine.
David says,
And-
I might pay for that anime version of me, which would be great for, Twitch and characters and everything else. Having a digital representation of you would be really great, David. It'd be really cool. I mean, a lot of people do that. So it'd be
Because you got
definitely
the
following with the
technical
trend.
ones where the big head, little body, and they're like, that's so many done.
Yeah, the caricature. Yeah.
but
It's
to actually
it's
turn
an art.
somebody into an anime, it would be kind of cool.
Well, it's like anime, turning someone into an anime is like the new caricature form. I mean, it's when I think caricatures, I don't know why I picture it originating back when the monkeys in the music boxes first came out. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that's when I picture that being originating. JoJo style. There you go. Right.
Yes, my daughter, she draws him a lot.
Military stuff for Halloween. I didn't. Well, you should have then, Amiro. You should have, Ghost. You really should have. But yeah, so we're still taking marketing and marketing, branding, promotion, social media questions, no matter what your business is, I'm a problem solver here. We'll think outside the box. We'll work on it together. I'll get the information I need. Why did I say that? I have no idea. I don't know. We were talking about dressing up. Caricatures? Maybe I mentioned a time period that was relevant.
I
Lots of
remember
reasons.
we did talk about on date night of like dressing up, you know, like part of the movie, you know, like a
Oh,
theme.
yeah. Well, because
Was it about that?
I was trying to go as close to Ferris Bueller as I could with my closet cosplay. Yeah, and so that's another thing. So, you know, Maxwell and Made in USA Review, you should be able to join us Thursday. We'll probably go ahead and restream out to the other, to at least D Live as well as Twitch when we do that. Has too much value to me. I didn't want it to get damaged. I understand that. Yep, I understand. Yep, yeah. I mean, and you know, the more, unless it's a pair of Levi's, you know, you never know about the integrity of old.
Risky business would be a
Fun.
Funny
Did you
way.
see what's on the docket for Thursday? It's Thelma and Louise. It's Complicated, which is a Meryl Streep movie from
I
like
picked Thelma.
2012.
Please. I already voted. I don't want to be told I'm slurring, but
She says after her fourth glass of wine.
is it 4? Jesus
Who's keeping
Christ! Cheese and rice. No,
The sober guy. But yeah, so right, if you have Twitter, Maxwell, or Made in USA Review, we have a poll up on Twitter. We're voting on the movie. There's 4 options right now. I am not sure. It's Thelma and Louise, It's Complicated, Aaron Brockovich, and what's the other one?
I don't remember.
Take a look on Twitter, would you?
Okay,
Really quickly?
I will do it.
Okay. We'll get the other one. I have a Twitch question. Do you start getting subscription offers when you reach affiliate? Okay, subscription offers. Do you mean as in, will you start getting subscribers? You have the, yes, once you reach affiliate, you'll be able to have subscribers. And subscribers, basically, they pay $4.99 a month via Twitch or through Twitch Prime. They get it for, you know, Amazon Prime, right? And you get half of that. If within that month you get 50 subscribers, then you'll get a check for $100. If not, that's gone. So without a huge following, without a large subscriber list, that is money you will never see from Twitch. However, ad revenue through Streamlabs, through Twitch, these are real possibilities. So yes, once you reach affiliate status, you will.
Fried green
people will be
tomatoes.
able to. Oh, fried green tomatoes.
That's
That's
a
the
good
other
one.
one.
That's
See?
a really good one.
Yeah.
I
And
think
so-
I want that one.
Yeah. So this Thursday is
Well, you
basically
better
like.
create a Twitter, girl.
Yeah, you better create a Twitter and go vote. But so this week, and then reshare the tweet and ask all of your friends to go and vote for. Yeah, of course it is. But how many
It
votes
has
have we got?
67?
Had so many.
Thelma and Louise is at 67%. It's Complicated at 0%. Fried green tomatoes at 33%, and Aaron Brockovich at 0%.
Right, and that's because there's only been like 4 votes right now, right? 3 votes.
6.
6. Oh shit! There's been 6 votes. Okay. Mind if I ask who's the artist? So this is a no copyright coffee house jazz mix from YouTube, and I will share the link for it right here. Boom. Let me know if you're able to access this through DLive Made in USA Review. Yep, there we go. There you go. It did. It showed up on YouTube, Periscope, and this, but not on Facebook. See, that's so weird. I don't know why it's read only on Facebook. You're most welcome. Yeah, that's what we're grooving to. We got some nice copyright-free jazz in the background. I dig it myself.
And a slurring arena.
And a slurring Rena to just set it off. That you never know what's gonna happen. Jazz it just gets set off that way.
Never know what's going
Do-
to happen, arena.
do-
No.
Right?
Oh my god.
God, now he's getting me started. Now it's just off the charts here.
Okay,
Here she
suddenly I became the normal one in the room, and that scares me. I love it. That was great.
But yeah,
I should have done the Emmeline.
So what this comes back to, Turtle Monk, when it comes to reaching that subscription goal on Twitch to get revenue from your subscriptions, we throw that out the window. That's thinking about Twitch too transactionally, right? We get we are providing value on Twitch, and it's through other means that we bring in our money, right? Lovely folks in Indiana, thank you very much. Yes, indeed. We try to be lovely. Oh my God, y'all didn't see that face Rena just showed, but now I might just stay quiet. Oh no. Oh, it was evil, was it? It was evil. That oof. It
Just
was an
smell
Oh,
this.
did you? What did she do to it?
I did a total Grinch move on you. I looked at the camera like, yes. And then I totally took your wine.
You took my wine. It's gone, sis.
I'm moving these. You just see
She's
them.
afraid. She's afraid.
It's gone. It's gone. It's gone. Well, I gotta say again. All right, last time for the night.
Send us wine, Gary Vee.
Shut up. 2013 Pinot Noir, Black Ridge Vineyards, estate grown in the Santa Cruz Mountains. Was a $44 bottle. We got it through $4.22 through Winetext. Winetext.com. Sign up now. There's only a few. So outside of the United States and just like I think 5 states within the U.S. are restricted from
Sending it over?
Yeah, from having alcohol sent via mail. Other than that, boom. Yes, there are tons of other ways to gain revenue, and as soon as you have hit affiliate is exactly when we'll break into that to-do list. It's a whole fresh to-do list to Turtle Monk. Yes, Twitch will not be the main source of revenue unless you're like partner status. I know, yes, exactly. Exposure is, and that's exactly what, and on Twitch, that's what we're providing. Access. That's exactly what it is. You know, we've got to figure out a way to quantify our Twitch content as part of our social media posting during the day. You know what I mean? Because spending a solid 4 to 6 hours interacting with our community on Twitch, it's got to count for something, right? So that's something we'll work on over the next week, is kind of quantifying that as well. And only when you've reached affiliate status, we'll talk about the different ways to monetize. And that'll be a completely different to-do list, whole new to-do list. So, but yes, sir. You should report your vids to, repost your vids to Lumber and YouTube. Huh, interesting. I'll check those out. I'll write those down right now. I will check those out. I have not heard of those platforms before.
I blew it in your face.
Oh, you were in a sour mood? Feel a bit happy now. Well, good. I hope we've had something to do with that.
Who
Made in
says
USA
that?
review.
Aww.
Okay, there we go. Nice.
That David guy, though, I'll tell you.
RY.TV. I like it. And the other one was You Get To. I'll check those out. It's very interesting. Thank you very much for the tip. Always looking for new platforms too. Wonderful indeed.
Right?
Let me just check real quick where we're at music. I knew we were nearing the end of that list here. Let's just go ahead and go back. How? Utah Gun Exchange 2. Wait, would our stuff be relevant there?
Hey, it's hitting everybody now.
Why only watch black and white footage on YouTube and nothing else besides the occasional streams like this?
Everything and it just like
I question why you only watch black and white footage on YouTube as well.
Yeah.
Would you go and share all of my videos if I reposted them all in black and white? Ghost? Is that what
I'm actually
going to
do a whole series on black and white.
Oh, okay.
Got some
That's
new
just who
pins coming.
hosts it. All videos are fine. Okay, gotcha. Very interesting. And so I'd imagine that those sites are a little more lax on what they allow for content, right? Yes, like DLive over Twitch. It's not on Twitch. Is very lenient. You get to maybe a little less so. Well, it's not that I would be posting anything incredibly vulgar. I curse. I don't have any problem with curse. But both more than YouTube. Gotcha. Very cool. Right. So then, in other words, if I wanted to find something that would most likely have been banned on YouTube, I'd be able to find it on those two sources. I like that. Oh. You can play in black and white. It's a video game. Oh, that's really interesting, Turtle Monk. I hadn't heard of that. Yeah, cursing totally fine. Of course it is. I mean, you know, it's your prerogative when you curse on YouTube too.
No, I'm telling you, my phone sucks.
It's decentralized, peer-to-peer, and open source. I like it, and pays well in
So you have
LBC
this-
currency.
the
Oh, okay,
settings
crypto,
set up
cool,
for
very cool.
Auto.
I know, I don't like.
The footage is
I do
mostly
not like
historical
auto.
things.
No, I don't. I do
Which-
not like it with green. No.
What's that?
When
Which
I was off of my own little-
I've had plenty of. I used to be a fucking card-carrying History Channel club member. That's how much time I spent on
I
watching
know nothing
History
of
Channel.
this part of his life, so.
Yeah, this is when I was in politics. I like it. It's cool. And you know what? What you should do, Ghost, is you should start streaming talk shows and podcasts where you sit and watch and commentary on old videos.
See.
Or even some of the memes you've shared. Some of the memes you've shared and GIFs and stuff in the Discord have been really funny. Ha! Nerd! Yeah, right.
He's not wrong.
Yeah. But yeah. So we'll stay live here for just another probably like 18 minutes for our very first Solutions Saturday. So another 18, 17 minutes ish of questions and answers from the audience. History is so interesting. Shame some people want it all perverted or destroyed. The real truth is hard to find. Well, and see, you know, another thing is that I've always been told and believed that history is written by the victors, right? So it's always a matter of perspective. The fact that we ourselves are recounting history, it's already skewed, right? It's already a sort of bias. Not to repeat certain things that some people today think is fine. Other people know too. How did you get started doing what you do? As in, how did I get started doing what I do in a consulting manner, in film, in author, all that.
17.
Yeah, only God knows what really happens. Amen. Absolutely. Faith, brother.
No.
Faith.
No.
Yeah, and only God judges the guilty, right? But yeah, so how did I get started doing what I do in a consulting manner? I guess it just came down to the fact that
It's clear.
So-
line.
in a consulting marketing capacity, it came down to the fact that, oh good lord, she's breaking into the Buchanans. Oh wow, this became a Scotch stream. Wow. But so with marketing and
Judgment,
consulting,
I feel.
branding, basically, as I've always tried to grow the Hohenheim Productions brand myself, I mean, I guess my knowledge of marketing and branding had started sort of accumulating when I worked in politics, but in a different way. That's more alcohol, yes. Oh, Made in USA review. Very pretty ladies. Came for them. Stayed for my wise words. Oh, you've charmed us all. Knew just how to get right
You took
to
all
our
the
hearts.
charm initially, like you didn't even let us say anything about it. You just took it all.
You're incredibly charming all by
Jeez.
yourself. Yes, that's more alcohol. She broke out my Buchanans. She's
big
like,
guns.
I'm
He
Scotch.
said 17 minutes, and I was like, damn, that's 17 minutes.
That's 17 minutes.
That's 17 minutes of shots for her. But so, the way I got started doing what I do in a marketing, branding capacity was that being that Hohenheim Productions itself is sort of all-inclusive, whether it's documentaries, I don't have a niche. It's arts, entertainment, education in any form that takes. If it's entertaining, I want it to be on Hohenheim Productions. For the simple fact that I don't have a niche, okay, when it comes to that, for my Hohenheim Productions, all of the marketing and promotions information that I had accrued over the years, basically it was hard to apply to my company for the simple fact that everything is about having a niche. So when it comes to Rena Lou's cleaning service, I know how to market that. I know how to sell that. I know how to bring in the clients, okay? When it comes to, hey, let me do a TV show for you, that's a little more fucking difficult. When it comes to selling artwork, I know how to do that. It's very straightforward. It's niche. It's pinpointed. So what it came down to was I have all of these tools that I had originally gained for myself that I don't want to go to waste. And by seeing them put into practice elsewhere, it helps give me ideas on other ways to apply it to my own life. So it's just, it comes down to, and I also realized very early in my politics career that I was just really good at problem solving and thinking outside of the box, combining solutions, applying things from my past, etc. And so why not share that and bring that value to everyone else? And so that's sort of what I do when it comes to marketing, branding solutions. It's problem solving. That's also what I end up doing when it comes to producing in film and everything else. So that's kind of how I got started, was just acquiring information and knowledge for myself that eventually ended up being better tuned to help other people.
That's exactly why we do YouTubing. How do you do this? How do you do that?
Right, YouTube University. Yep. And see, and the thing is that YouTube is always such a great place to start. And then this comes back to, enrolling yourself into YouTube University. Comes back to just fucking do it. Like, not screw all of the insecurities that you have about posting and just put it out there, because it all ends up being a learning experience.
Yeah. And I've learned from other artists that you're going to get some people out there that are just going to be mean.
Well, right, and this is the thing. So, an important thing that I've heard Gary Vee say many, many times is, people ask him, how do you deal with haters? How do you deal with negativity? And it comes down to how you look at it initially. And so if I have a 15-minute video on YouTube and someone sits and watches a whole 15-minute video of me on YouTube,
that bad.
Well, and then all they have to say is something negative, I feel sorry for that person. I pity, because they have to be going something. I mean, the way that you feel dictates how you perceive the world and everything that happens in the world. So if they're looking at something that you put out, exposing yourself, being, raw, and all they have to say is something negative or hating on you, they must be going through something profound when it comes to how they feel about themselves. To even put that sort of toxic and poison into the world after they just spent their time watching my shit. It's like, and when it comes down to it, is they do it for attention. But another thing that I've learned about building relationships, though, as well, is that when you build a relationship based on I hate that motherfucker too, what you're basically telling that person is you talk about other people behind their back. Whereas if you connected over something positive, what comes to mind when they're thinking about something else positive, right? Okay, and so hold on, we've got some comments here we got to catch up on. Maxwell Allen Wilson says, "This apple pie wine makes chicken taste like Thanksgiving dinner." LOL.
Wow.
Yeah, awesome. And Made in USA Review says, "All opinions are valid. The impetus is on you to take it in or not." Exactly. Mm-hmm. Exactly. Take what you need and leave the rest. Take what you need and leave the rest. Right. And then at the same time, you also, there's so many sort of tropes and anecdotes that float around in space and through time that are still valid. Like, first time somebody calls you a horse, you punch them on the nose. Second time, you call them an ass. The third time, well, maybe it's time to go buy a saddle. So if you keep
I've
hearing
never
this,
heard that.
if you keep hearing the same criticism over and over again, there may be some truth to it.
Right.
But I mean, but it's easy to see when something's just coming from a place of hate. It's like, you fucking suck. It's like, well, they didn't tell me why I suck, right? They didn't tell me why I suck. They just, you know.
You suck.
But yeah, never heard that. Yeah, the first time someone calls you a horse, you punch him in the nose. Second time, you call him a dick. The third time, well, maybe it's time to go buy a saddle.
You're just putting those.
No, I mean, like, where did you just come up with that? Like,
That's good.
I got it from a movie called Seven with Bruce Willis and.
Of course, Bruce Willis said it. Of
It was
course,
something-
Bruce Willis said it first.
It was wisdom departed upon me by
the voice comes back.
by Ben Kingsley
Great.
himself.
There's
the
not enough
great
wine for
Ben
this.
Kingsley, the Gandhi-like Ben Kingsley himself.
You get the dog in
Oh,
there
hey,
looking at the wine bottle.
with
I'm gonna
Restream
just start
chat.
making
Oh, look, we got 100 messages today with Restream chat. Well, thank you, Restream. I guess that's some sort of achievement. Woohoo! 7. Yes, exactly 7. That's exactly the fucking movie.
So now we gotta do
Ben Kingsley.
a
But
new
see,
one.
this is the thing, though. I'd heard that before I had heard it in 7. It was something my grandpa used to say. He just used different terms. He just used different terms. It was Ben Kingsley who used the
there goes that
horse
one.
thing.
No.
Haters hardly ever hate because one sucks. It's
Get outta
because
here.
they usually want to bring down those to see their level of mystery. Exactly.
Because they
Live-
only draw stick figures.
misery loves company.
Which is nothing wrong with that. They're kind of cute.
Yeah,
Stick figures.
misery
love
loves
them.
company, and that's part of why social media is so popular. Everyone can share their misery and their hate with the world, and everyone can go, "Yep," and every thumbs up just spurs it on, and it becomes this endless cycle. And that's why I don't spend time on social media like that. And hey, Artful Monster, glad to see you. We're doing good. We're not far from finishing up stream. I'm answering questions. We're settling out the evening here. We've done Solutions Saturday, our first successful broadcast of Solutions Saturday, I'd say. It was an amazing bottle of wine.
Yes, it was.
A
Yeah,
lot of
it
people,
was.
and you know what, and spending too much time on social media feeds right into that, because like I said, misery loves company, and not only that, but you're going to think about the things you surround yourself with. So if you're surrounding yourself with negativity, just getting GTA 5. All right, Artful, then we better see you on there then, homie.
I need to start playing my games.
Yeah, you do. Yep.
I still
Again,
have like.
you could be doing games and art on Twitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will play a game while I'm doing art. That'd be kind of interesting.
It would be. There's a category where you're playing something blindfolded. It'd be like essentially the same thing, right? Like trying to multitask. But yeah, a lot of people are miserable these days, and so much of that goes back to it's what you surround yourself with. So
I surround myself with wine. and
Kim,
paint. No, I'm just kidding.
Kim's a geek like we are. She plays a lot of games. She's interested in a lot of different games. But go ahead and name a few, Kim. What do you play, Kim? That's what David wants
A
to know.
lot.
Well, let's see.
She's like,
Not lately. I'm trying to
Not
remember
lately.
the
no,
one
but
I
before
Because of
you
time
used to play
constraints.
all the time. Like,
until like it's oh my god, it's 4 o'clock in the morning. Ugh.
you're like, sorry I'm
Especially-
late, but
Especially
no.
when you're doing the games that have like storylines in it.
That's the only thing I played.
76, I haven't even busted that out of its case yet.
Right. So Fallout 76.
Fallout. I have
At
not
some
even
point.
opened my case yet.
But
so
you've played-
I Fallout.
Have you played the other Fallouts though?
Yeah.
Okay.
And-
Just played the other
Oh,
Fallout.
She's been a gamer
BioShock.
for years. This
Bioshock.
is nothing new.
Hey, there you go, David.
Let's
Bioshock.
see. What else?
Go ahead and send the hard eyes,
Ooh,
David.
I need to order the Retro 3 again because mine broke. But remember my game collection that I have?
Oh yeah. Yes. I still have the little Game Boy. I have
Shut
all
up! We
that
can
stuff.
geek out too. What's wrong with you? This isn't
Tetris.
just your
She's over
show.
here being geek. She's over here being all cute and stuff.
I'm trying to
I like
remember
beer,
that
weed,
one I used to
and
play with all the
painkillers. Maybe a
time.
little too much. Yeah, I like weed, tobacco, and
Be careful what you
and
say.
video games a little too much.
Be careful
Woo,
what you
Bioshock.
say. You didn't
yes.
add me.
Yes,
I mean, that's fine.
Bioshock.
That's
Shock
obvious.
is fun.
No, I don't think so.
I like those ones.
You're my
where you
clear
have to
addiction.
think.
That's why I look the way I do. Nerds. Yeah, exactly. Nerds. But I can associate. I can
Creed one?
associate with that Made in USA review.
No.
I can relate.
I
I
know
can
you're
relate.
Maybe not that game. She's over here still going through the game list.
Right. I have a lot. I even have all the shirts to them.
She's like, I ordered the matching shirts.
Yeah.
She's like, I do.
And then that time when your kids get on there and you're like, you're not supposed to be playing that game. Why do you have 50 kids and a bunch of like wives all over the place? It's like, oh God.
Gosh.
Yes.
How'd that happen?
That has happened. I'm like, no.
I'm glad I'm not a man. I ain't trying to have no 50 wives and 100
That game
children.
list, she's been listing games. Fallout, BioShock. I guess that's where it ended. Because then
She
Reed
went off
started
on
talking
this
about
like
retro.
other mental tangent
I'm
where
trying
she
to
was like,
see. I have a mental block of.
Put it this
one
way, David. If we get her on the Discord and involved on Twitch, we'll be able to convince her to play about any game we want to play.
yes.
Okay, just think of it that way.
Oh gosh.
We got the Chinese Communist Power armor skin in 76. Nice. How are you all not living in fear and wearing masks all day and night? Like this.
Exactly like this.
We
No, it's good.
we make sure we don't have a dry cough before we
Wait a
come
minute.
over.
Wait a minute. Or
that
is it
simple.
that we're just prepared to die?
And
we-
we only go to each
We do
other's
not
houses
fear
too.
death.
We
Yeah,
do
that's
not
right. Yeah,
fear
yeah.
death in this house.
It's called you're on
Bring it on.
When you're on quarantine, you're for months on end, and
It's
the only
because
time
I'm Sicilian and he's like Irish or something. So like we just don't care.
yeah.
I'm
Right. See, this is here we go. This is some truth made in USA Review. We're not afraid because 2013 Pinot Noir and
Gives us
and
superpowers.
tobacco
I
and
drink 4
tobacco
glasses. I'm
is the
invincible.
anti-corona cocktail.
That
and
sounds like
they
a
didn't want to
song.
tell you.
It's a cocktail.
Corona.
What's a
Da-da-da-da.
cocktail? No, I just
It's the anti-corona cocktail.
Corona.
Corona. They shall know no fear.
no fear.
We have the American
We play
anti-fear
video
charm
games.
on.
It
I'm
makes
like,
us fearless.
I'm pretty sure I'll survive.
Oh,
This is-
assassins. There you go. That's one.
But yeah, when you only go to the freaking grocery store and home, and just to your friends'
drink.
houses,
I
yeah,
interacted with a baby today. I might have coronavirus now.
yeah,
My Corona.
right.
I gotta stop doing
And-
that. It
and-
actually isn't funny, but
There's
It is kind of-
there's
You have
hackers
to, like,
right
laugh
now
about
turning it into a
Right
computer STD. That's right, a virus, another kind of
A
virus.
computer. Why is it a
Tough
STD?
mind equals
You're
tough
not
body,
having-
that's right.
Like, what is
You're
it?
all
Why did you
drunk.
come up
I
with
am
this
not
shit?
drunk. I am not drunk.
He's not drunk. I'm not drunk. Okay, I'm leaving.
that's
Got
it.
her a good one. Got her a good one.
He makes fun of me all the time. He does.
I show her how cute she is,
That's
and she
not-
thinks that because I'm being cute, I'm making fun of her.
It's kind of.
It's her
like
favorite.
making
It's her
fun
favorite
of-
phrase. I'm
Smell
making fun of her.
popcorn.
Are our
Popcorn?
daughters?
Are you having a stroke?
No! Oh my god!
I smell popcorn. Are you having a
No.
stroke? No. No.
Are our daughters
no.
doing things
no.
in
She's
there?
not drunk. She's
It's a sign of affection. It is a sign of affection.
What's a sign of affection?
Me mocking you all the
slap.
time.
Who said that?
Made in USA Review, the person who their name clearly makes them right. Made in a USA Review.
It doesn't make us right.
They only spew fact. Look at the name. Hello. She has a lot to learn about screen names.
Hello.
Obviously.
Obviously.
Lots to learn.
I'm gonna
Lots to
strangulate
learn.
him.
Teasing
with
is
love.
fun. She's gonna strangulate me, love. So if I'm dead tomorrow, if I wake up dead
You're
tomorrow,
not gonna wake
now
up
you know.
dead.
Oh, good lord.
Dun-dum-tsh.
No.
The jokes continue.
What will the children do?
MadeInUSAReview.com is my brand. See, boom, perfect. There we go. So, well, before we end tonight's live, have you got any questions for your brand? What are the no? Please, excellent. MadeInUSAReview.com. Excellent. I love it.
Awesome.
So, tell us what Made in USA Review. I'm guessing you're reviewing things that were made in the USA. Is that a fair guess? Yes. Let's help me help you. Marketing question. Fire away. Let's see if let's get one spitfire in here before we close out the night. Toilet paper power armor. Ooh, I like it.
Yeah, that was some crazy
Guys, dark
stuff.
humor is like food. Not everyone gets it. Overrated meme. I love that. Don't forget, guys, dark humor is like food. Not everyone gets it.
Aw.
Yeah, third
Everyone
world
should
country.
get food.
Third world
I like
country meme.
food.
Oh man.
That's probably why I'm drinking.
Of other U.S. domestic
Right.
stores / manufacturers.
I
Well,
drink my food.
one you may
needs fruit.
want to partner or try to communicate with. 59 gigabytes. Oh yeah, it's a big one. Yeah, it's a big. It's probably gonna be bigger than that, Artful. Just so you know, the 59 gigabytes. That's just gonna be the space they allocate up front. You're probably gonna be looking at another 20 gigabytes on the back end. Just so you know, for
Can
GTA
you
5.
pinch him? Thank you. No, do it.
Yeah. So
I
there's
can't do
a. Where's my? Oh, my phone's right there. There is a.
It's not charged.
Could you get my phone off of there, baby?
Can you give me a second? Because it just accidentally knocked over the bottle. That's empty.
Yeah, that's what she's saying. She knocked it over, not drink it.
I drink all of it.
I'm glad we got that on camera. It's we have audio evidence. So if you're being like, I drink all of it. I drink all of it. That's what she's telling us right now. I drink all of it.
I didn't
Thank
admit
you.
that.
So real quick, Made in USA review. There is a farm in the Southwest. This guy is pushing really hard on his Instagram. They do some. He does some pretty amazing marketing work. So working together with them may help. Let me see here. Let's bring it up on the Instagram. Shared IGTV. Sure. Oh, Shabooey. Oh, fucking hell. Of course.
She's like, am I supposed to be
Oh, goodness.
She's like,
Boom.
Lulu, come here, darling. Come on, Lulu. Come on. Come here.
This is, there we go. Done.
Wait. Come here, Lulu. Come here, Shushi.
Okay, so
Wait.
I'm gonna find this for you real quick.
Yeah.
It's a aha, there we go. This'll Do Farm is what I'm looking at. This'll Do Farm is what it is on Instagram.
She hates this.
She's like, I'm gonna bite you. I'm gonna bite you. Oh, sweetie.
Boom. Yep, This'll Do Farm right there. That's on Instagram. I would suggest connecting with them and seeing about doing a review for them. For sure. And how do you keep with all the social media posts you put out? So the thing is and one thing that we'll end up talking about more so, David, is me and Turtle Monk have put together a tally sheet where we put together a tally sheet,
Oh, Lulu.
which you won't be able to see very well, but I have shared in our, yeah, you can't see that at all. But basically we have a list
Seem like she's getting as old
of
as her for some reason.
sort of daily requirements that we try to make when it comes to, and anytime Made in USA review, anytime. So for TikTok, we try to make 3 a day, Instagram 4 a day, Twitter 8 to 12 posts a day, Facebook 3 to 5 a day, LinkedIn 1 to 3 a day, Patreon 1 a day, Reddit 1 a day, blog 1 a day. And by keeping a tally of that, of your progress each day, as soon as you post something, you just tally it. You know what I mean? And it's just one more closer to your goal. So it's about pushing. So I don't always meet that goal. In fact, there's more days that I don't meet my goal on social media posts than days that I do meet my goals. But that's part of where our group with the accountability comes in.
You got us drunk from playing with dogs.
I got a what?
I drink wine and now I'm playing with our dogs.
Okay.
This is what you've done.
Well,
She
our
wants
dogs-
away now.
Our dogs love us, so that's good. Right? So, hi Mimi. Oh, sudden dog. Sudden dog is sudden.
Dog
It's like, I'm out.
Sudden dog is sudden. But yeah, so that's it's a tally and accountability group.
Sliding woman.
No problem. Wonderful. God bless you too, Made in USA review, and I'll be I'll be looking for something on This'll Do Farm within the next couple weeks. Yeah. You're telling me Rena's not drunk. Okay, I'm
not drunk.
She's drunk.
I'm not drunk.
I'm not drunk.
I'm just having fun. I promise you, this is just me having fun.
Go ahead, finish that scotch, sweetie.
I'm not gonna finish the whole scotch.
No,
what do you
just
mean?
what you got in there.
There's nothing in there.
There's a little drip. I saw it. There we go.
It's like barely
There we
anything.
go.
Giving me a bath, are you?
But yeah, so the thing is that it's a constant effort. You know what I mean? And you've got to put you've got to put aside time to do it. This is where one of those things, again, you'll hear me say it all the time. You can't pay someone to do your push-ups for you. You pay someone to do the push-ups, they end up doing the push-ups. They're doing them for them, not for you. You won't get the benefits, right? Holy cow, Destiny 2 is bigger than I thought. Get rid of Destiny 2. Get rid of it. You should have never got it in the first place, Artful. Humble opinion. Just like an asshole. We all got him.
And boy, let me tell you, he has lots of humble
yeah,
opinions.
according to these two girls don't have buttholes. Whatever.
What are you talking about?
Try to convince the biologist that girls
just
don't have
went from
buttholes.
here
What's
to
this
here.
word that you speak of? Butthole. Gross.
Yeah, she's like, she
Like-
didn't have one. Oh.
Yeah, come on. Ew.
Well, folks.
I might not even have that other thing that people talk about.
So
no.
as you'll see here, we've got all the social medias all up around the map here. So I encourage you all to follow me those places.
Down, girl, down.
Yeah.
Down.
Oh
Look
yeah.
at her. She's like, get off my lap.
Give me.
She loves you. But yeah, so
It's like a cat clinging
our
on me.
next live technically is Monday morning on Twitch at noon. Yeah, so our next one is Monday morning Twitch at noon. She's a Barbie doll down there. She is.
Huh?
I don't know. Maybe Lulu. Is Lulu the Barbie doll?
Well, Lulu is a bit of a Barbie doll.
Oh, she's a Barbie doll down there, as in they don't have buttholes. You're exactly right.
Yes.
Gotcha.
It
There's
took you a second to understand that.
Me? You're
No,
always trying
I
to
just
pass off
wanted
the
to point it
stupid, but you
out.
were looking at me like, who's a Barbie?
I'm
Full of
looking at
shit.
you like,
I'm too sharp for that
what?
right now. Okay?
No, I looked at...
Not during business solutions streams, all right? Maybe while I'm playing games, you can get me, but not right now.
Maybe that's a new painting I should do. Is people look like Barbie.
People with no buttholes.
Yeah, just everybody is Barbie dolls. There
Can you
go.
please do one for Kelly? I want it hung above our toilet.
Me as a Barbie doll?
No, stop. This isn't even about you. This is about something with no butthole.
Okay.
Above the toilet.
So, folks, just to close out the night, what we'll do is we'll bring it over. I'm going to play just one quick commercial for the for Twitch, and we will end
I'm doing
tonight's
the
stream.
special
90% of the room is clean while watching you guys. Nice! There we go. And there we go. Productivity just oozing out as Turtle Monk continues to improve his life. Good job, Turtle Monk. Good job. And I want to thank everybody for tuning in with us tonight. We will be back on D-Live before too long, so I encourage you to, if you haven't followed, please do so. And for those of you who have, thank you very much. I am still trying to figure out how we'll get notifications through Restream to go onto our Streamlabs, so that way when you guys follow, it shows up on screen. We also want to be enjoying chat up on screen. It should have been right below the Instagram thing above this, but naturally Streamlabs isn't picking up the chat. Restream is, so that would be why we're missing that. Yeah, you missed it. You missed the YouTube stream, kind of. But it'll be reposted elsewhere and everything else. So you can always catch it again if you want some extra marketing solutions and some advice, Artful. And you've always got access to me in the Discord. So anytime you got questions, buddy, you let me know. You guys have a wonderful evening. Thank you for spending your Saturday with us, and we'll see you again real soon. Pieces. Welcome to Mental Health Monday, and welcome to High Productions Gaming Twitch stream. I should be right.
You really shouldn't have.
Hey, you and I have the same mouth puckle. What's out of the jet? Oh, shit. Oh, not ready to poop. The one time I'm not ready to poop. I'm sorry.
Meet Omen Drawn at the Acquisitions Incorporated headquarters. This is a monumentous moment right here. Does it suck? Yeah, buddy.
Oh my god. Oh shit. Oh my god. I'm crying. I'm crying.
Subroutine. Failed to launch.
Which strain? We're gonna get started again today in our usual RP fashion.